Scientists believe that there could be over 2 million animal species in the world, with the human species alone at a staggering estimate of almost 8 billion. Now that's a lot of people. Makes you wonder how many species of animals actually outnumber us. Ants, although one of the smallest creatures, are actually larger in number than many other animal species on the planet. One ant colony can contain up to 300 million ants, with hundreds of ant colonies present in just 1 acre of land. So, multiply that number by the large expanses of land across the world, and the number of ants will surpass the billions category, reaching up to the astounding quantities of quintillions. Whoa, all those zeros are making me dizzy. But despite how many species of animals there are in the world, humans are the ones that can have similar traits or even appearances to a variety of many other animal species. More specifically, these similarities can be by appearance or behavior. It makes you wonder, if you lived in the wild, what kind of animal would you be? After all, they say that it's a jungle out there, don't they? Based on your personality, which of these 8 animal species would you be if you lived in the wild? Before we continue, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos and ring the notification bell to receive notifications on our latest uploads. And with that said, let's get started. The first animal on this list is number 1, the chameleon. Do you struggle to fit in? Constantly changing your appearance and personality depending on who you interact with in order to blend in with your surroundings? Are you a charmer, pocketing your faces and pulling them out when it's time to put on a show? Or are you simply able to adapt easily to any situation, making you a master at survival and getting what you want? As a chameleon, you realize that it is not necessary to stand out in order for you to make a difference. After all, some of the most important events in history are not the result of the famous doer, but the person behind the scenes choreographing the behaviors of others in order to get the result that they want. And when you chameleons do step out and reveal your true colors, you do not do so due to the psychological manipulation of others, but by your own desire to shine in the spotlight. So, if you were in the wild, would you be a chameleon, blending into your environment and waiting patiently for your desire to manifest as you change your colors and practice your insight? The second animal on this list is number 2, the crocodile. Crocodiles are not easily fooled as they lurk in the depths, watching everything from a distance, even the things that don't want to be seen, all the while keeping themselves and their thoughts hidden from everything else. With patience and fair judgment, they don't eat or strike unless they must. And as an animal that spends most of their time in free-flowing water, they are excellent at going with the flow and embracing their feelings. But they act based on truth and not their fickle emotions. Are you the type of person who lurks in the shadows, seeing everything but being unseen? Do you always get what you want, since your insight and morality guide you down a successful path? Then, in the wild, you may be compared with a crocodile. Number 3, are you an eagle who inspires people as you soar through the sky, watching over others and sharing your wisdom, encouraging insight, and setting the path for those to follow your example in pushing past your limits? As an eagle, you stay true to your beliefs and goals, ignoring the criticism of those who may hate you for soaring high while they crawl on the ground. Despite your high status, you remain humble since you know that no bird can remain in the sky forever and everyone needs to come down on the ground at some point in time. You love to discover more about yourself, embracing the challenge to fly as high as you can, seeking to improve your perspective from a more intellectual point of view, even if it means getting scorched by the sun in order to attain your inner dormant greatness. If this character resembles your personality, then in the wild, you may be compared with an eagle. Number 4. Are you a lion? An established royal champion, a personification of courage, strength, and assertiveness, an earthly biological symbolism of the sun, shining brightly, promoting growth, and exuding warmth wherever you go? Do you have a high sense of pride and standard for yourself and your reputation? Not being a people pleaser, but a perfect example of what a true leader should stand for? Is the love for the ones closest to you fierce, making you an overprotective and strict person? As a lion, you are not a pushover. As such, you may come off as overbearing, since you always demand the best of yourself and those around you, never compromising or accepting anything other than the perfection and the implementation of truthful practices that go hand in hand with the flow of the universe? If so, then you may be a lion in the animal kingdom, having the uncanny ability to move with stealth during the process of hunting, attacking with full force when you want to get something. Number 5. Are you an ant? Although small creatures, ants often handle over 20 times their own weight daily, exhibiting diligence, patience, willpower, and endurance among many other things. Are you a master at handling problems greater than you thought you could? Whether it is the problems of yourself or others, do you have the mental and emotional strength to carry tough burdens and endure many hardships? Then you may be an ant in the wild. Because of your experience, you may have the ability to bring others together, incorporating cooperation with those around you by carrying the burdens of others on your shoulders. You are a master at following and setting the true and right path, since your instincts are keen to the vibrations of the universe. Do you have exceptional focus and are not afraid to work hard to achieve your goals? Are you extremely organized and obsessed with the details of planning and those plans going exactly how you want it to be? Then, if you were in the wild, you would be an ant. Number 6. Would you be a shark? If you were an animal in the wild, would you be a shark? Due to the media, sharks have gotten a bad reputation. However, many naturalists say that sharks are reasonably peaceful creatures except when in crowds, as they may tend to be influenced by the hostile behaviors of the swarm. Can you relate to this? Are you a nice person who usually gets a bad image because you tend to be influenced by the behaviors of the crowd? Maybe you should try finding some new friends that will influence you to not be so mean. Nevertheless, with sharks' exceptional sense of smell, they tend to smell when someone is pulling crap on them from miles away. Likewise, you can also smell opportunity from afar, giving you an advantage on how you want to make your move. You are sensitive to the changes of the world, just as sharks are receptive to the sea's ebb and flow. Because of this, you quickly change your direction and speed in relation to this change, making you a dangerous force to be reckoned with. Similar to sharks, you tend to go at your own pace, learning slowly but surely, and making sure not to rush anything or stress yourself out on the daily affairs of life. You are fearless and tenacious, never letting the opinions of others get to you or stop you from living your life to the fullest, taking your life by the reins, doing what you want, how you want, and when you want. But be warned to not let this free-spirited approach to life get you in trouble. As creatures that spend its life in water, you may be in tune to your higher consciousness, and because of this, you have control over your emotions, not letting others make you react in a way that you don't want to act. This may come off as you not having any emotions or even being a cold-hearted person. If most of these characteristics apply to you, then if you are an animal in the wild, then you may be a shark. Before we continue, don't forget to like and subscribe for more interesting videos. Number 7. If you are a gentle soul who cannot relate to these previously mentioned fierce animals, then in the wild you may be a swan. Swans live with grace, love, and loyalty, with many swans staying with one mate for their entire life. Even after the death of one, they remain loyal, staying by themselves until it's their time to join their beloved companion. Because of this, swans tend to be quite unique and slightly unorthodox in the world of love. Considering that it's quite common to see many animals, including the Homo sapiens, change lovers quite often, swans stay true to their hearts until the very end. As such, you may be a hopeless romantic who always seems to help others find their perfect mates, while your high expectations of a lover may leave you bereft. Not to worry, because of your intuition and devotion to romance, you have the capabilities to turn even the most unappealing person into the exceptional man or woman that meets your esteemed standards. You are a lover of great beauty, whether it be in the form of art, dance, or music. You tend to admire soothing serenities rather than the loud and bold. You are a quiet and a gentle soul who hates confusion, always looking for peaceful solutions to the ruckus and chaos around you. Despite this loving nature, swans can be just as fierce and strong as many other ferocious animals, especially when it comes to the ones they love. And just because they are hopeless romantics doesn't mean that they will let others take advantage of their kind hearts, as these cute creatures of sunshine and rainbows can easily turn into a thunderstorm, especially if they feel threatened, hurt, or betrayed. So be careful not to get on the wrong side of these gentle souls. And with that said, number 8, which is the last animal on this list, is the legendary lone wolf. As a wolf, you are usually misunderstood, as you have the ability to be powerful and strong in a group as well as by yourself. You support others around you constantly, allowing them to lean on your strength. But then you confuse them with your desire to be alone and free from their expectations and needs. You are a fierce lover, and you are not afraid to disguise yourself as a sheep to get what you want. You are certainly not fooled by anyone, since you can tell if someone is using the same deceptive tactics on you. You are highly autonomous, as you are an expert at governing yourself and your affairs with intelligence and skill. You exude self-confidence, feeling a sense of comfort and pride within yourself. Although occasionally your wild side may take over as you have a strong desire to be free. With your primal instincts and complete trust in your guidance, you pilot your journey through life, remaining an unstoppable force. As a creature of the night, you embrace the darkness both within and outside of yourself, not fearing the unknown and embracing the challenges of life head on. When you are alone, you tend to self-reflect, finding comfort in solitude and peace in the presence of your own company. Are you someone who practices self-control in freedom, balance in power, and possesses the inner peace to be happy in a pack as well as alone? Then in the wild, you may be a wolf. Based on your personality, which animal will you be if you were in the wild? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more. See you next time.